live stream here real quick, and I went through the process, started to go through the process of adding some of our 1 minute exit options to existing bots that I have. And I figured, why not just jump on and do this live and stream it for you all so you can see how I'm doing it or thinking about doing it for this particular bot template. And then you can do it for yours. So there's a lot of flexibility here. So I figured I would just share what I'm doing here to add these two bots that I'm running in my accounts. And hopefully it helps you all as well too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just show you all here. So this is a bot template that I'm currently running right now, which is a high implied volatility rank Iron Condor bot template. So it's already got a number of positions in it right now. Some doing well, some doing okay. So it does a list of tickers, all in this case ETF tickers, like very liquid ETF tickers. Kind of does like a nice little portfolio, looks for high implied volatility on these, and then sells some nice wide Iron Condors. Pretty simple bot, pretty simple thing that's doing right now. So what we're doing here is we're going to go into the settings, which is now where the automations live. And you can see that I currently have a scanner automation running, and then I have my traditional monitor automation with 3 different exit choices. The thing is that now I don't really need to use this monitor. You can use a monitor automation, obviously. If you want to, you can still use the monitor automation to do more complicated things, to do more advanced things if you want to. But because we have now 1 minute exit options, you really don't need to do the monitor automation unless you want to do more advanced stuff, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this scanner automation here. I'll just zoom in on some of the stuff. And you can see I've got, I'm looping through my tickers. I've got some IV threshold, right? So this is where I'm checking to make sure IV rank is above the minimum threshold, make sure I'm not overlapping any symbols. Do I have enough capital? Is the opportunity bid-ask spread narrow? So kind of like all the checks and balances to get to the point of over here opening an actual position. So with the new exit options, when you go to open a position now you have another choice, which I think is like right above me, wherever my head is on this live stream right now. So yeah, it's right here, right above me is the now new exit options. And you can see that they're blank if you haven't set them yet. So you can set them for open positions. And in this case, I'm going to set some of my exit options. So here's the deal, right? So this is why I like using these. And I don't think you have to use all of them. So I'll be totally honest, like there's different use cases for this. You could choose to use all of these if you want to. You could choose to use some. You could choose to use these in combination with your monitor automations that you're running. They both are going to run. So the second that I set these exit options for any open position action, any new position that gets opened has these new exit options automatically going because it's attached to that position. And then I'll set them for positions that I have that have already been previously open if you have any of those. But once you set these, any new positions will have these automatically attached to it, kind of like piggybacks on top of the actual position itself. So what's cool about these is that they run every single minute during the trading day that we have at Option Alpha for the markets, which starts like 10 minutes after the market opens and then runs through the end of the trading day. And it basically just gives you an opportunity to let automation take care of profit taking, stop losses, expirations, earnings, etc. And does have a nice little feature to avoid pattern day trading. If you don't want to be a pattern day trader, or if you have a small account, you can wait at least 1 day to avoid day trading. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and set these. I think that I have, let me actually back out of here for a second. I think that my settings on this particular automation or this particular management, I think I was set originally, yeah, my original profit target was 50% for this particular bot. So what I'm going to do in here for the scanner, I'm going to go back down to our open position action here. And then for my exit options, I'm going to set this at 50% of credit. So I'm essentially going to set the profit taking here and do that. So I'll set that, and then I'll set the expiration close to be 3 days before expiration. Now you can set that wherever you want to set it. So again, the choices here, you can do none, which means it's not going to close the position before expiration. You're going to be in charge of doing that if you want to do that, or you can do it in your monitor automations. But if you wanted to, you could just set it here and then it'll close it 30 minutes before the market close for that when it meets that days, like 3 days before expiration, right? So I like doing it 3 days before. I don't like doing it 1 day before. So I'm kind of usually in the 3 to 5 range personally. Like once you get to the week of expiration, my thought process is get the position off. It hasn't worked out. You're probably running out of time. Not that you can't run it the whole way, but you're probably running out of time and you probably could recycle capital better in a better position. That's kind of the way I think about it. So you set it wherever you want to set it. But I'm going to set mine at 50% of credit. So that'll take care of profit taking. And then the expiration I'll set at 3 days before. I don't care about day trading in this account. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that. And so now that sets the exit options here. Now, of course, you can create a custom input from this if you want to, but that's going to set our exit options, which again are going to be attached to any Iron Condor position that I have. So once I save that and then save this, that essentially takes care of it for management of the position. So I've got a way to close the position for profit taking. I've got a way to close the position for exiting around the expiration timeline. So if I wanted to, I could essentially remove the monitor automation from this particular bot. And now I just have my scanner, which kind of like wraps up the whole process in one. So I can open, scan, and then I can monitor that position automatically with the new 1 minute exit options. Now, because I just add that to the scanner, I've already got a couple positions that are opened. These particular positions were opened prior to any of the monitor automations or the exit options being available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and you can see like this position here. This is where it currently is. And I'm going to go down to the exit options right here. And I'm going to go ahead and set these for this position. So now I can set all of my exit options for individual positions. And you can see those changes just get reflected here. So again, that's attached to the existing position. And now it starts running every 1 minute for these positions. Now, you only have to do this if you had originally entered positions that you now want to change the settings on those, or you want to adjust the settings on those. You would just have to go in and just add these to any of those positions. But now that I set that in the scanner, it'll automatically set these exit options for any new positions that are opened. So this is, again, just kind of because I already had these positions in place and I wanted to add these to those existing positions. Okay, so I think I got 2 more here to do. I don't know if one of them was actually right at that level yet. Not earnings, 3 days before. And I'll set this one too. So this one's at 50% of credit and expiration 3 days before. Okay, good. So I think these are all good to go. These are all at that level. Oh, this is the highest one I have. Okay, 14% of credit. So I'm good to go at this point. So now that they're all set for all of these will all be automatically managed every 1 minute and taken care of for those positions. If you want to use a stop loss, so somebody had a question in the chat that said, how do you do a stop loss? Let me show you guys this. So WA said, why don't you set a stop loss? So I don't use stop losses on mine. We've done a lot of research on this, and a lot of back testing kind of confirms this as well, that stop losses in most cases create more losing trades. It depends on how you use it. I wouldn't say like it's bad for everything, and some people like to do it. So some people do set the stop loss here. So you can if you want to, and you can monitor that as well. And I think what's cool about this, and the reason that I like doing this personally, is because once I set these and I put them and attach them to a position, then I don't have to worry about it. Like I can, trigger all these different things and let the bots take care of the management of it. What's cool about the stop loss, and we haven't really covered this too much, this is kind of like something, if you think about it from a different angle, is that because everything runs on Option Alpha, like internally to Option Alpha, and all we do is just simply send the order to your broker. If you set your stop loss here at 200% of credit, that order is not sitting out there at the broker, right? Like, so market makers and all market participants, they're not seeing that GTC stop loss order just like sitting out there forever. And you hear all these stories about like stop losses getting wiped out where the market goes down real quick or up real quick and like takes a bunch of orders out, right? Because they're just sitting out there. So you're kind of like a sitting duck to some degree. And some level, somebody sees that order, right? Versus here at Option Alpha, that order is just like that level is just being monitored. And only if that level is triggered, then does the order go out, right? So then nobody sees that order until it's absolutely necessary, I guess, and critical to kind of see that order out there. And even still, all of these go out using smart pricing. So you're still fighting for better pricing. You're still fighting for an opportunity to get into better pricing. So it's not like, these go out as market orders. They still go out using smart pricing. So you can set those and, control like the bid ask spread. It's still important to trade really liquid stuff. I mean, like all the general stuff still applies, right? You shouldn't be trading liquid stocks. You shouldn't be trading liquid options, right? You trade the bigger names, the bigger, most liquid things, and then let smart pricing do its thing. Let it work through the bid ask spread for you. So that's really cool. One, again, I'm not going to use it on mine for stop losses. I don't care about it for mine. I'll let the position go. But so that's how you do it. It's really that simple. We kind of like took a long way around about it. But here it's pretty simple. So this bot's pretty much good to go. So I deleted the monitor automation. I reset and added exit options to the open position action. So as soon as the position gets opened, it immediately starts managing for these exit options, these like opportunities to exit. And if I wanted to make any changes to it, I just come in here, do that one time, and all future positions have those changes. If I want to adjust any single positions in here, I can do it in here as well. So really, really easy way to kind of go about managing these positions. So if you guys have any questions, or if you thought this was helpful, let me know. Add a comment here in the chat. Like I said, I wanted to do this because I was going to do it anyway for a lot of the stuff I was running right now anyway. And so I figured, why not just jump in here really quick, do a live stream, show you all how I was doing it, how I was thinking about doing it. And let me know if you guys have any questions. So if you do, let me know. Add them in the chat right here. We'll let you guys get back to your day. And until next time, happy trading.